Hanson's media advisor David Oldfield quits to contest a New South Wales Senate seat. 2 men stabbed and a third in hospital after a brawl outside a Brunswick hotel. Sydney-siders boiling their water again, just 24 hours after being told it was safe to drink. Bill Clinton says he's sorry for the Monica Lewinsky affair, and Mark Philippoussis joins Pat Rafter in the 3rd round at the US Open. Please join us for all today's top stories tonight at the special time of 7 o'clock.
Good afternoon and welcome to the first day final of season 1998. At the MCG this afternoon, it was Melbourne taking on the Adelaide Crows. This final between 4th and 5th on the ladder. The Demons got there on the basis of winning 14 games for the season, which was 10 more than last year when they won the Wooden Spoon. An amazing rise, and their form in the last 2 weeks against Sydney and Richmond has been absolutely sensational. Taking on the Crows, who'd won 13 games, exactly the same as last year, and from here last year they won 4 finals in a row to go on it and win the premiership. Could they do it again? Well, the Demons were in great form, and we pick it up right at the opening bounce. A fantastic atmosphere at the MCG today. It's Melbourne versus Adelaide, and it's Peter Landy, Kevin Bartlett and Mick McGuan.
First qualifying final from the MCG. Sean Rehn against Jeff White. Bounce favours Rehn. A backhander. Tackled by Viney. And the Demon captain leading from the front.
That'll be a great matchup. Viney against Risciuto.
You can wrap up Risciuto in a tackle, you're not doing too badly. So it's all in for this bounce. The same two go at it. Rehn looking for the front position. White with the big lead. McDonald couldn't get it out. Rehn to Risciuto, nearly wrapped up again in the tackle. The kick comes from Goodwin. Down towards centre half forward for the Crows. The marker's missed. Opportunity for Vardy. A real goal kicker this year. Modra, was he taken high? The umpire decides to let it go. Lip tack. And a rush behind, taken through by Jamie Shanahan.
Stephen Feeby, they're bringing the ball back into play for Melbourne. He's going to kick the ball out towards the outer side of the ground. The lead is on. McDonald's there, the high flyer. Great grab. That was taken by Woden. Hand pass back from Viney, didn't hit a mark. Viney will do the shepherding on Smart, who does well. Great tackle by Nigel Smart. Viney kept on running, rockets the ball wide, looking for the bounce with Seacamp. Got a kind one, pumps the ball inside 50. Here's the wizard. The roar goes around the MCG. Jeff Farmer, coming off a 5-goal game against the Tigers. One of the greatest marks ever taken in the game.
Just interesting to see here this matchup with McLeod on Farmer, how long Blythe will actually keep McLeod in that part of the ground. As we know, he's a quality midfielder.
The Roar will tell the story at the MCG. $37 goals for the season to Jeff Farmer, and that's the start the Demons wanted.
Are you saying they're robbing their forward line with McLeod down there, Mick?
I just think from a defensive viewpoint, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the initial one, just to see what Melbourne had in mind for the negating role with Andrew McLeod. Obviously, he's not playing a defensive role in the midfield, but I think he'll go up to the midfield a little bit later on, and maybe you'll see Woden or even a Leon Challey go to McLeod in that part of the ground, and maybe Edwards could be the player who eventually goes back, or Ben Hart.
First goal to the D's, Jeff White. Tingay. Was he taken high? Woden missed the hand pass. Matthew Feeby right on 50. A long bomb. I think he's got another one. That would shave the post. Just shave the post. One coat of varnish. Blame the ground staff.
And just a quick update. There's been a quick change. Marcus Seacamp has been taken off the ground, replaced by Darren Cowell because of Matthew Liptak's speed.
Matthew Liptak, almost the forgotten player in the Crows lineup. Not so this man, as Kev mentioned. Great grand final last year. Allen, the skipper. Stevens from right half back, kicks to a contest on centre wing. Mark dropped down there by Uze, put it down to Nerves. Leon Challey tracks it to the boundary line and over the line for a throw in. Left half forward for Melbourne. Crows bench.
Peter, already we've seen White leap over Rehn at that centre bounce. I think that'll be a big job for Rehn today.
Schwartz in front, Rehn, Costa kicks to half forward, Robran tries to fist it forward, Cowell just onto the ground, Stephen Feeby looks for the hand pass, Gergic needs to be quick, tackled by Edwards, effective, up towards Costa, courage needed there, Uze flicks the ball out, Tingay off the ground, gets it to centre wing, out of bounds, we'll see a throw in.
And there's Stephen Tingay on screen. He's being matched up by Kim Costa across centre wing. And it's interesting, the other side of the ground on centre wing, Nigel Smarts, the player, has actually gone to Shane Woden. But I wouldn't be surprised from Neil Danaher's point of view. Woden's got the negating role, so it doesn't allow the influence of Smart rebounding out of their forward line.
Costa to Connell inside 50. Modra pushing and shoving down there, doing well with Shanahan. Got a fist of the ball. The Doctor, just his second game for the year. Lip tack, caught, good enough to get rid of the ball. Robram. They backtrack, retreat, concede ground. Wonderful interception by Ingerson. Rockets the ball to Jeff White, who thumps it again deep into the forward line. Stand his ground. Was Lyon, couldn't take it. Farmer runs into the open goal, loses control. Quick snap around the corner. Off target, out on the full.
Crucial fumble, wasn't it, Mick?
Yeah, and that was an interesting situation there. Farmer just hit water for about a 3 or 4 metre period. McLeod got a little bit close to the contest. Once the ball hit ground level, it was Farmer who was running at optimum speed. That's the reason why he got the break.
Jarman to full forward, Modra out in the half forward flank.
Jarman started inside the centre square. Modra at full forward. It's all tied up on the half forward line for Melbourne. A ball up. Met just once this year at Football Park. The Crows won the game by 53 points. That day, Melbourne could only manage 8 goals. Adelaide booted 17. The Demons have started well. They look sharp. They lead by 6 points. Getting a bad bounce, and now a lucky one was Tyson Edwards. Ingerson against his old club. Overruns the ball. Gets support from Gergic, one of the young guns for Melbourne. Rockets the ball out wide. Here comes Leon Chally, one of the finds of the season, to Stephen Feeby inside the centre square. Looking for Gary Lyon. What a kick. They look sharp, Mick.
Yeah, they certainly do look sharp. They've jumped into this game, and the parallels are very similar to their effort last week against Richmond. But Gary Lyon, as we see on screen, he's such an inspirational player. This is the type of scenario. Here's the build-up. Terrific centre corridor work by the Melbourne team to give their forwards an extra dimension to lead the open side of the field. And Gary Lyon is a burst leader. He loves his situation, should kick a goal.
From right on 50, he's pushed it wide. Farmer again was the high flyer, trying to emulate his feats of last week. Off hands and through for a minor score.
Seacamp back onto the ground. Jim Stynes is not. Peter McKenna, our goal-kicking expert in the southern stand.
Yes, Peter, it's interesting to see Adelaide going with the one forward down there, starting with Modra in the square, one out, and now they've got Jarman down there, and down the other end they've got 4 options deep in that 50-metre area for Melbourne. Very different forward styles.
Goodwin, Connell, McLeod and Allen combined to get the ball towards centre wing. It's as far as it's going. Ingerson, as we said, against his old club. Leon Chally from midfield, one of the stars of the Demons midfield. Lyon with a hand on it, recovers well, the veteran goes at goal, and he has kicked it! Melbourne second.
Demons by 13 points, 38 goals for the season to Gary Lyon. It's a wonderful start. Rehn has got the big job today against Stynes and Jeff White. No Pittman, the skipper. Bickley down to Robran, has it thumped away by Ingerson. Appealing for the free kick was Uze.
And there's an example, KB, that probably Robran should have went with the ball with the full arm extension rather than the chest mark, because it's Ingerson's spoil. It actually got the ball to ground level.
Mickey, just a quick, another quick change, KB. Seacamp's come back on as Tingay takes the mark onto Jarman, and Cowell back off the ground.
Sets it up to Rigoni on centre wing. Melbourne quickly into the forward line. Again, Lyon got a hand to the ball. McLeod, happy to see the ball straight over the boundary line. They'll toss it back.
Kevin, it's Melbourne's return ball coming out of defence. They've got loose players in the midfield, and that's hurting the Crows badly.
Well, the Demon defence has stood up well. We see Robran off for the Crows. Ingerson done some nice things at centre half back for Melbourne. Rehn pushed out that time by Schwartz. Costa caught, dispossessed again. Pounced on, that time by Rigoni. Back to Tingay, came from Feeby. It's off target and through for a behind.
Unmistakable. Steve Tingay. 2-3 to 1 behind, so 5 shots to 1. Rehn Hart to kick in, 14 minutes left in the first quarter. Hart looks for Stevens or Connell. They could have rattled it. Connell in the end takes it in the back pocket. Another short one, Costa. Loves to run with the football. Draws a player to him. Finally kicks long up towards half forward. Good mark to Smart. Terrific grab. He was looking for Modra. He's got the set. Modra nearly. Tyson Edwards slung. Modra snaps. Maybe a score. In fact, it is. He's put it through for 1 behind, Tony Modra. Adelaide second behind. The first one, of course, rushed over the line by Jamie Shanahan. Terrific grab, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's the role we'll probably see Nigel Smart play a fair bit today. He'll be the floating type midfielder who'll push forward, trying to be an extra option across half forward.
Stephen Feeby to Jeff White. The jumping jack. Connell punches from behind. That was effective. The Crows try to set something up. Smart. Just outside 50. A wrestle in the goal square. It bounces through for a goal. Adelaide first.
Demons by 7 points. They'll lift the spirit of the Crows. White out jumping Sean Rehn. Viney, the spirit of Melbourne, to Tingay. 2 veterans combined. Tingay runs to 50, to the square. McLeod versus Farmer. McLeod too good. Should be a fat contest. Goodwin feeds the ball off. James had 37 possessions in round 10 against Melbourne. Started on the bench today. Good play that time by Lyon. He's forced the ball over the line.
Yeah, that was an interesting tactic there by Stevens. He more or less tried to keep the ball alive. Maybe the far greater percentage thing to do was just to get the ball over the boundary line, because Melbourne player nearly picked up that loose ball.
Neitz versus Rehn. Risciuto paddles the ball long, bundled out of the way that time by Schwartz. Caven takes it over.
It's interesting to see Matthew Febeys actually got the run with job on Matthew Connell, who's a noted ball winner. That's across half forward for Melbourne, and also Simon Goodwin's gone into the midfield playing on Lyon.
Malcolm Blight in the Great Southern Stand. Rehn to Caven. Kicks it straight up in the air. It's one for the Brave. Risciuto couldn't take it. Goodwin under pressure, goes to ground. No, ball it up again. Just right on 50.
Weather looking a little bit better as that dark cloud has passed over us. 15 plays 8 at the MCG. Left half forward for Melbourne. The D's through Viney from Schwartz. The skipper breaks clear. 30 metres out. Over the top of the goalpost. And only 1 behind.
And that passage of play epitomises what finals footy is all about. You must hold your tackle. On that occasion, it was Todd Viney who burst through the open part of the forward 50 area. Peter Caven must hold those tackles and dispossess the opposition when they're running into that part of the ground.
Rehn Hart kicks in, gets it to Andrew McLeod. Schwartz in front. Tingay. Allen from behind will spoil. Risciuto. Bad hand pass, under pressure. Chance for Rigoni, missed it. McLeod, shepherded by Vardy. They run it out from half-back. Connell's kick up towards centre wing. A marking contest in front of the smoker stand. Liptak, the forgotten man of the Adelaide Crows. The doctor, Jarman, just put the doctor on. A bit of free kick to Melbourne.
Yeah, it was interesting on that occasion. Matthew Liptak had free space to run into. He decided to kick to the contest. On that occasion, it was a wrong decision. He could have ran into an easy, open goal.
Didn't look too much in it, Mick, did there, really?
Yeah, it looked a little bit soft, but it was good defensive work by Seacamp. He found front position, and when you do that, the fortune favours the Brave. More often than not, you'll find a free kick go your way.
Viney to Woden. Still Woden. 1 bounce. The pass is a beauty. Neitz on the end of it in front of Stevens takes the mark. So Neitz, he will kick from about 50 metres or thereabouts. He's a good long kick.
And Pete, there's an example of the dominance of the Adelaide Crows defence. That's the only second mark from a Melbourne player in their forward 50-metre area. And Adelaide have gone forward into their part of the ground with 7 marks in their forward 50-metre area.
Right on 50. Neitz for Melbourne's third. Off target to the near side. And he registers only 1 behind for the D's. 2-5 to 1-2 as we approach the halfway mark of the first quarter.